Welcome back to Frostpunk. Now, in the last episode, we finally managed to get this horribly expensive building, the archives, but it's quite decorative. It's a very nice building. We finished that, and we got our first industrial hothouse. As you can see, there's a major difference in how much food you get per hour from the regular hothouse and the industrial hothouse, so those things are really worth it, even though they cost 2 steam cores each. What else? We had the 2 field kitchens, so we need to man these kitchens. That's 1. Let's just put 1 in each of them. Boom. Field kitchens built, and that should give us some hope that we didn't need. And boom, out again. Yeah, we don't need you guys in there. There is nothing for you here. I mean, why would we need field kitchens when everything is so hot that it's comfortably warm, even in -40? But we do need engineers in the infirmary. That's a good thing. We are also waiting for the that convoy of people to come back, which should be interesting. That'll give us a substantial amount of people, to put it mildly. We can send these guys some more wooden and steel. I don't think we need to do that, so let's just turn on the simulation again. Shipment has reached hot springs. Very good. Generator efficiency upgrade 2 has been researched. Having the overdrive couplings is a very good idea. When you're running on the overdrive, you increase the temperature by even further 2 levels of all heat zones. Can blow up the generator that way, but you know. Scouts have reached the scattered sleds. Steam cores. This was the scene of a massacre. The sleds are overturned and damaged by powerful blows, and we found some human remains. Yum yum. Wood and steam cores. Butchered by beasts. This expedition was attacked by polar bears, judging from the damage to the sleds. Most of the bodies are dismembered. Bones bear deep bite marks and signs of chewing. Luckily for us, the animals were not interested in the steam cores carried on the sleds. 71 wood and 5 steam cores. We'll send these guys directly back to the city because we really want those steam cores ASAP. One benefit of that is that I can go here. No, I will use that steam core here. Never mind. So we'll have to wait for the shipment. And that we'll just have to let people work. Temperatures should start dropping. Scouts unit number 5 have returned. 56 workers, 45 engineers, and 28 children. We can send them out again. Could send them there, but I don't think that's a good idea right now. I need more houses before we go there. I think the Desolate Valley would be the closest one to the small cairn. 1 day, 2 hours, 13 hours. Yeah, let's go to the Desolate Valley. How many spare beds do we have? We have 63. And we have way too many people, to be honest. However, that's something we can do something about by starting to cut away at these trees. Let's build 2 houses here while we're in pause mode. And build a road going like that. Also in pause mode. And let me check if my calculations are correct. Yes, they are. That's actually too good. Well, not really. I want these to be in a zigzag pattern, which means that this should go there. And I need the road. I need the road to continue. And the next steam hub should go... Got one there. That one should go... I clearly haven't thought this through. Because it's not possible to get them in a zigzag pattern unless I actually build the next level of zigzag. But that's fine. But this one goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I don't think that'll work in terms of the next level, so it will be on number 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There we go. At least we have plenty of people who can build now, with 126 people not being... Where is that house that doesn't have access to a house of prayer? That house I want to find. There. Okay. So we need a house of prayer here then. I'm just going to double check that that actually works by building 2 more houses here and here. And then we will build a house of prayer there, which covers that house. Because if I build it there, I can't build a house there. So that should work. And this does not cover the outermost house there. So we also need a fighting arena. 1, 2, 3. That should suffice, so we'll build that there. I'm going to build more houses in this row for the incoming people that we are going to get. But for now I want the infrastructure. Overdrive couplings have been researched. I think we are going to get generator power upgrade 3. In case that is necessary for the next storm, because I don't know how much the temperature is going to drop then. I mean, the overdrive coupling is nice, but the stress level is something that we need to take into consideration. What does that thing do? Ah, generator stress will increase 25% slower and fall 25% faster. That's also quite necessary as a technology if we want to use the overdrive. Scouts have reached the round rock, which is, as expected, a distinct spot for exploration. Empty campsite and icy maze. Let's go to the icy maze then. Now these houses also need access to a house of prayer, of course. And a fighting pit too. I probably should have torn them down. Three, 1, 2. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That won't cover. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That will cover, so we'll put it there. No, I don't want to build one there. For once I wanted to go into the menu. Fighting arena. There should be fine. Because people probably move in here. Since it's, yeah, there you go. It's closer to their workplaces, so they will always move to houses that are closest to the workplaces. I'm pretty sure that these guys are people who are working out there. And then we go to the small cairn with these guys. Tall pile of stones. It is topped with a flagpole and a ragged pennant flying from it. I don't know if this is an exploration point or if it's just a site of interest, but we'll see when we get there. There's not many points left here, which is good, since it is 6 days until the storm will arrive. What's our coal income looking like? Oh, that's getting interesting. We're going to go into the red now. And here we are. Now we are going to be in the red. Scouts have reached the icy maze. The endless wind-sculpted waves of ice and snow form a veritable maze. We can explore it as long as we remember not to go in too deep. Not worth the risk. We found a small sled with some supplies, probably abandoned by someone who got lost in the maze. We turned back to avoid such a fate. 83 coal and 35 steel. 19 hours. Let's just see if this pays off. 4 hours, so it should be less than 15 hours. Can do a sermon, but that doesn't make sense. Actually, it does make sense, since we do lack a little bit of hope. Nighttime procession wouldn't be a bad idea to get rid of the discontent. We keep having one hungry person perpetually, which is the same guy. Oh well. It doesn't seem to pose a problem, so I'm guessing it's some kind of a bug that it's thinking that is in one of these expeditions. Okay, so it basically was the same amount of time then. Oh well. No harm done, except for a few minutes. This one is also completed, so we can tear that down. Resources, steam sawmill. Let's try to cover everything here. Like so. Not there. There. And then like that. And we need a steam hub here. And we need a shrine here. Can sign a new law, but I don't think I'm going to bother. What I do want to do, however, is upgrade this to not advanced steelworks. Ah, they haven't arrived yet. Little more time. There we go. They have arrived in the city. And that's a bit annoying, actually. That'll take 15 hours. Yeah, let's send them out there. And I need to pause the game. We have 100 vacant beds. No, I'm not going to build tents. Houses, please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if I build a house there and there, we can build a fighting arena here, which will cover over there. This is covered. Yes, good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is not covered by House of Faith or House of Prayer. I think that actually is a good location to build one of those, because that one is over there. If you go to Faith and we have a House of Prayer, we'll build that there. We're also going to run into an issue with... I keep selecting the tents. This is the last one that is covered by that. Okay, so we can build a fighting pit there. And that's it for now. I think this would be perfectly sufficient for the other incoming group. This place is too cold. We need to take a look at the temperature map. Pause the game here. Generator power upgrade level 3. Are you going to do anything about that? No. Good. But I am. I'm going to put it to level 3. Oops, sorry. Accidentally touched the microphone boom there. There we go. I'm not sure why this place is still chilly. But I'll turn on the heater then. I want workers out here, but I also want to research something. Let's get the generator safety bypass. Scouts have reached the small cairn. This cairn might be just a landmark, but it might mark a cache or a grave. We won't know until we remove some stones. An explorer's grave. It turns out that the cairn is both a grave and a cache. We firmly believe that the supplies were left for whomever finds themselves in need, and not for the explorer's journey in the afterlife. That's a very convenient thing to think and believe. We took them and reassembled the cairn. We got 85 coal and 51 raw food, and we discovered the frozen excavation. Go there then. We're waiting for... This street is not connected. Why aren't you building the street? There we go. That means we can put workers in these. long hours of toil. I am ignoring that. Go away. Generator safety bypass have been researched. There was something that I wanted. Yeah, the steam coal thumper. Let's get that. It's definitely time to get coal thumpers now. Because even if we can upgrade this, we're still going to run into issues with the coal now. Can send these pump engine. And we've reached the empty campsite, which is another exploration site, actually. Blue dunes and unfinished construction. Let's go to the unfinished construction. Dark framework of some large building. One can always hope that it is more steam cores. We do have 4 steam cores. So all of the houses have been completed. That means we have 323 vacant beds. Well, that should suffice for some time. That was a bit more than I expected. And it's 2000 hours. Perfect, we finished that. Let's get the gathering post installation next. And now I have a bit of a few things that I want to build. First of all, I want to build the steam coal mine. That isn't the best, is it? No, the advanced coal mine is the best. Okay. Well, I want to build this into a steam coal mine regardless. And even though we don't need it, I think I want to upgrade a couple of these. So we'll do that as well. Now we can do the evening prayers. These guys have reached the storm shelter. The entrance to the large storm shelter is open. Groups of people are busying themselves with preparations before sealing it for the duration of the storm. This is the same text as the other one. Oh wow, that's a lot of people. Let's escort them back to the city then. How did they manage to get that many people in just a storm shelter without a generator? I want to build some other things as well. Couple more steam sawmills. Okay, so we'll build a steam sawmill here. And we will build one here. Not 2. 1 will be plenty. We'll build a road like that, and we'll build a road like that, and then we'll build a road here and out to this. I believe we can use the heater instead of the actually having to build steam hub for these. I don't need them to be in extended shift, nor do I need these to be. These are good to have in extended shift, but I don't think that is necessary anymore, so let's make people happier by removing the extended shift on these. The only things we need in extended shifts are the coal mines currently, and of course the research buildings. Now we have 2 people that are hungry. They're going to eat. Good. Ah, this one doesn't need to be on all day. It can actually be on 8 to 18, because these have 8 to 18 work shifts. And that huge gang of people have returned to the city. Do I want to send these scouts out? I'll send them out there, just in case. That's a big group of people indeed. Now we have 138 children. That means we need more child shelters. So 18 children are not in child shelters. That's useful. It's the first time I've seen that it actually is mentioned in the text on the building. We could build one of them there. Then again, it kind of feels like a waste to build them there. Let's build them in a... There's room for 5 of them here. If we build 2 here, and then we get the ability to build a road like that. We have 287 unemployed. Okay, so these guys want helping hands. We can happily send them that. We can send them bunkhouses, we can send them composting pit, and we can also send them new pipes. A couple of workers in this building. A couple of workers in this building. Hope rises when every child has a place in a child shelter. Oh dear. The number of people living in our city. Scouts have reached the frozen excavation. That's an exploration point. We have discovered nothing here, but we have discovered a small airship. That sounds like steam cores to me. The wreck of a small airship is partially buried in snow. We cannot see any signs of activity. The heaters should be good enough for these buildings. Yep. Gathering post installation researched. Let's get the gathering post installation 2 then. How are we on the coal budget currently? Not good. Okay, let's pause the game, because we need to build some steam coal thumpers. Now these can support 4 gathering posts each. But this is a good location, since this has a large area within the heat zone. This too is an okay location, because we have that there. But this would also be a good location, because we're not going to do anything with those buildings. But I'm gonna tear down that kitchen thing. Why didn't I build that between there? Ah, because there isn't space there. Well, I'm going to dismantle this, because I don't need it. And we will build another steam coal thumper there. People are Happily running around. Scouts have reached the unfinished construction. The framework is weathered and cracked. Some unopened crates are stacked in a corner. Abandoned effort. Such a large building in the open plain would be subjected to extreme thermal stress and wind pressure. Perhaps the builders realized this and abandoned the construction, leaving some materials behind. Site discovered isolated shelter, 61 wood and 54 steel. Let's send them out there then. That sounds like a place where we'll find people, but I have another unit of scouts on their way out there that can go to the Blue Dunes, so off we go. Okay, so they have torn down that thing. We can build some gathering posts out here then. 1, 2. This would be a good location for a kitchen, I think. There we go, and we have to build a road like that, and then like that, and down there, and another road like that. And we can of course build a road through there as well. I don't think we're going to use extended work shifts here. Primary thing we need is more steam cores currently, so that we can get the advanced coal mines. And the advanced coal mine is what we're going to research next. The cookhouse should have some workers. Shipments have reached the hot springs. They need more helping hands. I'm happy to send that. We also need workers in this one. And we should build some gathering posts out here as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. That looks good to me. Everything is covered by the shrine as well, so that's perfect. Temperature will drop 3 levels, so it's going to be minus 80. Not putting any workers in there before this thing is full. Temple has influenced some to mend their ways, and we can also do a ceremonial service to remove all sources of discontent, and do a sermon as well to get a little bit more hope. Okay, we have reached the isolated shelter and the small airship. Small airship. The wreck looks old. There's no hope that we'll find any survivors, but we might learn something. Wooden steel, no steam cores. Forced landing. Digging in the snow that got inside the wreck, we found some supplies, but no bodies. The airship suffered relatively little damage in the crash. Probably landed after running out of fuel. 61 wood and 53 steel. These guys can go home and will probably be disbanded. So these steam cores. This shelter is well built and looks intact. We might be able to find some resources inside. Raw food and steam cores. Unexpected bounty. This shelter must have been built for some important person or a very small group. Whoever was supposed to live here never showed up. Supplies are untouched. 74 raw food and 5 steam cores. Okay, so this group is nearly complete on their journey, so we can send these guys home with the steam cores. Shipment has reached Hot Springs. What else do you guys want? You want more workers? And a warehouse. We can send that to you. Ah, we're almost out of steel. Let's send these guys up to the blue dunes. Several big snow dunes with blue shade between their peaks. We can see holes in one of them. "20 hours of coal left." Ah well, we can turn the generator down one level. In the morning, that is. I do wonder if I upgrade the generator to the maximum range, if I can remove this. I doubt it. I think the maximum range of the generator is, well, it might actually go out there. Then I have to redo these steam hubs on this ring. Because if it goes out here, we have that. Yeah, well, it might be possible. If I did that, I might be able to move the steam hubs to this ring. So that would be nice. Advanced coal mine researched. Then we can get the coal thumper injectors next. But what we desperately need at the moment, or not desperately, what we need most at the moment is steel. We're going to get that from these two scout units and of course our steel mines. For now I think we'll put these into extended shifts. Send them the resources for a warehouse. We have enough food for 5 days, which is definitely useful. Coal thumper injectors have been researched. Let's get efficient gathering then. And what's going on here? Ah, they're complaining about... I don't think force them to work is a good idea. I'll just not address it and have some more discontent. Then we can do the nighttime procession to get down some of that discontent again. These are quickly emptying, which is good. Now I would like to empty some locations up here. Let's pause the game quickly and build a couple of steam sawmills. There. And there, and I think we can just build a road Going directly like that. Okay, so now this one is full. Efficient gathering has been researched. That basically means we have everything we need here except for the wall drills, which we don't need immediately. Let's get the advanced heaters, because that might be enough that we don't have to shut down these workplaces. And now we have to put workers in these, and since we have a lack of workers but not a lack of engineers, I'm going to use engineers to do the gathering. I'm sure they'll be happy about that. And that should put our coal budget very firmly in the green. And the shipment has reached Hot Springs. Very good. Nighttime procession, that took away a lot of discontent. Good. I'll give Order one thing. While it is annoying in terms of having all those workers in the watchtowers and the watchtowers having a very small area of influence, it is much better at managing discontent and hope. Scouts have reached the Blue Dunes. The holes in the dune are burrows, dug by people desperate to get out of the cold. Survivors. Lost in the storm. Digging deep in the hard snow, these people saved themselves from the blizzard. Then they waited for help to arrive. 15 engineers and 19 workers. Let's escort them to the city. And I believe that was the final exploration point. That's not bad at all. I'm quite happy with that. Of course, after the storm everything will be reset, except hopefully for Hot Springs, but then we will probably find another trading settlement, so that's excellent. Ah, the nighttime procession. Lots and lots of people walking in that. It's kind of ironic, you know, have the world ending in some frozen blizzard thing, and you can either choose between becoming a religious zealot or a communist. There is certainly some extremes in this game, that's for sure. Okay, let's turn on the heater out there and put in some workers. We can just use engineers. The scouts have returned to the city, and we will disband them. Heater and workers. It's getting colder again, so we need to up this. Now what? Storm on the horizon. Okay, a storm has appeared on the horizon. It will reach our city in the next couple of days. We have to call back all our scouts and prepare for the deadly cold. So we can see it in the distance there. And again, we seem to be in the eye of the storm. That was to be expected, though. Come on, guys, finish the road there. There we go. Okay, well, now we have the steam generator, yeah, the generator is running at steam level 3, but thanks to our coal thumpers, we are still running in a very comfortable surplus of coal. So on that note, it's time to end this episode. I hope that you are still enjoying this. I am definitely enjoying this. This is becoming quite the metropolis of a city. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you all in the next episode.